Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily psychic tarot reading, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what divine messages come through. So today I'm going to start with the Power Animal Oracle cards. Frog, purification, clear out the clutter. I feel like this goes energetically, any beliefs that you're ready to release, any patterns that no longer serve you. Maybe they haven't served you in a long time, habits. Some of you might be inspired to do some type of cleanse spiritually on your body. Some of you are, I'm getting kind of like a hermit energy. Maybe you're feeling more drawn to being alone, so you can really tune into what's your energy and what's not your energy. There's a lot of release. Some of you are clearing out your homes, clearing out the clutter in your homes. If it no longer sparks joy, or it's, you're keeping it around because you feel obligated to keep this, some kind of like attachment that isn't really beneficial. Seems like really getting curious about your energy and your environment and releasing what no longer serves you, kind of lightening the load before a transformational shift, before ascending, maybe before the 8-8 portal. All right, so let's get on to the tarot portion of your reading. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you would like a reading where I answer your specific questions and tune into your specific energies, there's a link in the description box below. It's been so much fun meeting so many of you in that one-to-one space. So looking forward to meeting more of you. If you're looking for like, man, this is it, I would love to meet you. I'd love to look at your energy, answer your questions. Yeah. So, all right. In the past, we have the Three of Cups. This is lovely. This feels like soul connection, friendship, even like a family loving, really getting an agape energy. A mutual love, reciprocity, knowing a belonging, people having your back and you having their back, people wanting the best for you and you wanting the best for them. But that feels really good. So I'm also getting like coming together with common goals. But it's not like goals like the Pentacle, Three of Pentacles. It's more like feminine energy, like carrying this beautiful energy forward, not a striving at all. So interesting. So in the past, there's this friendship, this loving connection energy, and then there's a toxic feminine energy. This person, operates from insecurity and instability. They don't understand or have never really experienced love, unconditional love. It feels like they enjoy connections for how that person and that connection makes them feel. And so that person is responsible for how this person feels. Ooh. I had a physiological response. Okay, so it creates a codependency. My energy depends on how you make me feel. So you're not allowed to have independent feelings or emotions. You're needed to show up in the way I need you to show up. The other person shows up for that person and provides that as best they can, because they also have never really experienced love, and they are providing a service. So I'm describing codependency, an aspect of codependency. So this person provides the energetic, like, limits who they're allowed to show up as, because that person then needs you. And so your connections might be more need-based, insecure. If this person doesn't need me, then they could leave me. Oof. Okay, we're looking at attachment styles here, and in the past, and codependency, trauma bonding. Okay, so it looks like there was this energy. Looks like we're focusing in this reading on the feminine energy. So a quality of the feminine energy that was toxic, or in codependent connections, trauma bonding, and insecure, or the attachment style is not secure. So messages come in very quickly. I feel like someone who was in the upright got divine guidance or messages from others and divine guidance in either or situation of that were like, oh, I see this toxic aspect. I see this toxic aspect in someone in your environment. I see this toxic aspect that's needing healing within myself. And it's around, it feels like platonic love, or conditional loving versus love. I did say agape, so it's in friendships. Yeah, the truth came in. Ooh. I feel like with the truth's the truth, where there's a place for healing and coming into alignment, it was seen very clearly. Like maybe seeing someone else's where they're out of alignment, which allowed you to see where you are wildly out of alignment, maybe operating under cathexis, that focusing on how someone makes you feel and investing in situations that make you feel good instead of like a real loving connection, that they're allowed to not be in a good mood. They're allowed to show up as they are, and you are allowed to show up at wherever you are, not in I'm allowed to be anything I want to be, and that kind of destructive. But so taking responsibility for the energy you bring into the room, but not needing people to show up in a way so you can feel good about yourself, allowing people to be where they are, and you learning how to hold your own energy, be in your own energy, so you're not dependent on others to get your needs met. It's a lot there. Wonder if you're tuning into that too. So it looks like there was a lot of messages around this, and the truth brings a lot of clarity, or an opportunity for clarity. In present time, we've got the King of Wands, Sagittarius energy. So I'm a masculine, this is masculine energy. It's inviting you in present time to have some fun, take action on things that are fun. Again, with the lion there, I'm getting Lionsgate portal 8-8. Excuse me. Having fun. I feel like there's a backlash. We've got to be serious. We've got to be goal-oriented, and all these things are important, but there's a balance. And so I feel like this is an invitation from Spirit in present time to have some fun. Let's move your body and do something. What are you passionate about? What are you excited about? It doesn't have to be something that leads to making money, or, I mean, something that you're just curious about. You want to spend more time in. This feels like a playground break, going out and playing, dancing around, just loosening up and following what sounds like fun. Take some action. So masculine energy is doing, and this is someone who really understands the importance of joyfulness and light, and how energy moves much quicker through laughter than seriousness. This reminds me years and years ago when I was working at Boulder Psychic Institute, and I was just starting to hold space for the psychics and the readers coming in. So I was holding space for, I don't know, 17 psychics, giving the opening meditations, and then the closing meditations after the readings were done. And when I was first learning how to do this, I'd watched others and been a participant in this, and the people who had led were so psychic, and whenever someone would share what their experience was, they could say, well, it looks like in your third chakra that you really had a great release there. I was not at that level. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to communicate back with the person. And my teacher saw this conflict within me and said, that's not you, Wendy. You're not the serious person that's talking, at least then. You're funny. So next time we do this, I want you to tell 3 jokes. Just pick and just tell funnies. That's what you add. So it's on topic, but something funny. And so the next week when I held space and I went around for the closing out and everyone sharing, I was so happy to be there. I wasn't trying to be anyone else. I was being myself. It got funny little like quips and everyone's laughing. And my teacher came up to me after that session and said, I lost count of the jokes you told after 5. So it was just, and everybody, it just lightened up. It helped everybody release. It was part of it. And I realized that that's part of what I bring is a sense of amusement. So what I'm getting here is amusement will go a long way to lightening your energy. If you intend on being amused, if you intend on bringing and expressing and allowing lighter energy to move through you. It's easier if you're doing something you really want to do. I mean, it's nearly impossible to tune in if you're not doing something you want to do, something you're not passionate about. Interesting. A lot of fire energy here. Passions. What is this? It's about masculine energies. Really tuning into your masculine energies, really creating a new way of doing. So feminine energy is more on the spectrum of being, allowing, receiving. Masculine energy is more like a line, doing, moving towards. And so in the past, there was a feminine, looking at divine feminine energy, and in present time, it's inviting a new way of operating. You don't have to do things in a heavy energy. It's inviting light, magic, vulnerability. There's a lot of seriousness I'm picking up. That masculine's energy has not been given permission in society as a whole to feel like there's this feeling that I'm being used. I'm being used for what I can do. It feels like taking back your masculine energy and doing for yourself. And your value does not come from what you can do for others. And if it does, you are already valuable, precious, amazing, divine, right now, right where you are, no matter how messed up or out of line you feel. You don't have your worth and value isn't out there at some goal that society, your family, you have set for yourself. This looks like very masculine, this whole row. This is about receiving new inspired ideas, coming in quick, new ways of doing things, people communicating with you, let's do it this way. Do you want to do this? In the energy of play, of fun, of joy. In the energy of fun, play, and joy, there's an invitation to see how fast things move in that higher vibration, like a scientific experiment. I just want to show myself how, if that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of healing the inner child, the masculine inner child specifically, that has not been given permission by society, religions, family, to have their emotions, to feel their emotions. There's also a learning how to work with these really uncomfortable emotions instead of all the toxic ways that men have worked to show up in a way that's acceptable for everyone around them. Ooh. There's a lot of unmet emotional needs. An invitation to see strength in vulnerability, and how empowering it is to have your emotions, to understand what they mean, to utilize them so you can move through your environment effectively. It's a lot of inner, like, childhood trauma that's being looked at. This definitely goes with the purification, clearing out the clutter. It looks like in the past, the feminine energy got had an expansion, and now as a response, the masculine energy is being called to a higher vibration and ready to release that seriousness, the toxicness, anything that says that he can't have his emotions, can't learn how to express his emotions in an effective and healing way. All right, in the center of your reading is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So these are messages from a broader standpoint, from your higher self. And this is tuning into energies that are not, who are not independent, that feel that they are codependent. They depend on others financially, or there's a lot of lack and neediness. I need this person in order to survive. That's the belief. I can't do it by myself. But it's coming from a lack picture, like I need others. There's a lack of resources. There's a lack of support. It comes from insecurity. Okay, that one just like, be me. Okay. So manifesting from that lack space, you get lack. So when I am in it, I'm in my emotions, something's not right, I'm not feeling the best, then that is not a time to manifest, to consciously manifest. I will allow myself to be there as best as I can and as consciously as I'm able to just accept, like, this is where I am today. If there's something that feels kind of intense or big, then I sit in and where's this coming from? Is this mine? Am I trying to process others' emotions? So is this coming from other people in the 3D? Is this coming from non-physical? Is this coming from my past? Is something coming up to be released? Do I have a block somewhere? I get curious, ask questions, and be willing to look and be in a space of allowing. So I know I'm going to receive the answers. I might not receive them right then because I might be so out of alignment. I can't really reach the answer. I'm not at the vibration of the answer. I have to allow my energy to vibrate high enough that and create a space so that information can come in. Something's shifting around how you manifest. Looks like you're learning in a very powerful way how to, how to create heaven on earth. You have all the tools you need. Wow. Wow, this is it looks like this is what you're inviting in. It's a very powerful way of manifesting. Almost like you say something and then you put whatever you put out there comes back in a very quickly. So be careful what you're putting out there, or, you know, when you notice something, a reflection that's unwanted in your environment, taking responsibility and being like, what is it that I'm putting out into the universe that is creating this reflection for me? Like getting curious. It feels like a new level without kind of some of the hang-ups or the ego issues. It feels like a clearing so you can create heaven on earth for yourself, for those around you. Yeah, there's whatever has been unsatisfying emotionally, you're trusting your emotions. You might not be able to like logically explain why you're making decisions, but anything that is not emotionally satisfying, even if you can't explain it, I feel like you're like, I'm out of here. It's just not for me. I don't know why. I don't have to explain myself. I just know that this is not, I don't love this. I'm not drawn to this. I can't help how I feel. This is how I'm feeling. And I trust my intuition. I trust that if I don't feel this is right for me, it's not right. It doesn't mean that you're bad. It doesn't mean that the situation's bad or whatever. It's not a rejection. It's just it's not a match for me. And it looks like you're getting more and more comfortable moving away from what's not for you And that's also helping your manifesting. Like a cell that brings in the nutrients from its environment and then also expels and anything that's no longer for their highest and greatest good, each cell doing that, and just knowing, just working so perfectly. I feel like you as a cell, as a being, is bringing in light of what you need and nutrients in that light, and information and guidance and joy and love, and releasing whatever no longer serves you. Your challenge right now is the Six of Pentacles. So balance, reciprocity in your environment. So there's no more overgiving, so to make yourself needed. And there's no more, I feel like there's the challenge, many messages coming through, which one do I choose? If you aren't making sure that, is this a good fit? Am I getting what I want from this? Is this an equal give and take? I feel like a lot of you have been giving, or like over giving chronically for so long. Maybe even that's how you were raised. That's where your value lies. That there's a need to really investigate, how much are you giving in connections? Are you over giving? Does it feel really good to be in that connection for both parties? Feels like a lot of communication and honesty is required for this to be effective. For this energy of Six of Pentacles upright to be sustainable, there needs to be clear communication about needs and wants, and where everybody's at. Yeah, there's a clear assessing without like ego. Like I'm not getting what I need. Ooh, there's a lot. Sorry about that. So much coming in. Maybe my challenge is also communicating needs. There's a lot of growth in realizing, once you realize your value, then it gets a lot easier once you really embody. I understand, I see my value right now, right where I am. And I see myself, I treat myself at that level of value. And then I invite others to also see and appreciate where I'm at. Okay. Challenge right now is also finding that balance in the closest partnerships, that sustainability, that long lasting, that soulmate, that celebration. Someone you choose who chooses you. You're not in a codependent needing. You don't stay together because of lack, some kind of lack, and you need each other. It's a choice. It feels like the path to these really harmonious, lasting, sustainable connections is through the energy of joy that I'm picking up in the current energy, that masculine energy of doing something that you love every day, feeling like can you do and be active in the spirit of joy and fun? And if you can't do that and bring that to your work, can you create some play for yourself? There's something about activating, consciously activating and amplifying and seeing the value of fun and joy in activity that leads you to meeting people who aren't trying to fix each other or I don't know, it's like you meet all these people in joy, or it's like soulmate energy, maybe platonic, agape, like, but there's also potential for meeting that loving partner in that energy. But it's in that energy, you embodying that creates a welcoming space of fun and lightness. Like, let's come together and co-create fun and joy. You know, of course, there's always going to be things to work through, but it feels like a whole different way of operating in connections, because you're shifting how you operate with and your connection with yourself. So whew, that was a lot of messages. Hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was a really helpful reading to me. I hope it was helpful for you. If you're still here, don't forget to like, comment, let me know. Even putting an emoji in the comments, letting me know you're out there, and the thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Yeah, I'll see you in the next reading. Take care. Bye.